Hello YouTube, and welcome to my office. It's a slightly chilly office. It's well, it's reasonably cold outside. It's above freezing, but it's still cold and damp. But we had was it last week? Yeah, we had well below freezing, and for a couple of days, and then it got really warm, and now it's coming down close to freezing again. But I actually prefer it when it's colder, because it below zero or below freezing, because it's drier. I don't like the damp, wet cold. I lost my speech now. Sorry. I want to say a few words about my routines. They're really important for me to help me make it through the day and feel good. And you're part of my routine now. I close the day or the evening, come out here and have a pipe and watch a few videos. And I find that really relaxing. And when I get back inside, I do something else that I find really relaxing. I work on some pipes. I'm making too many pipes at the moment. I'm just putting them into drawers because I want to focus on the pipes I have and get a good cake going in them. But the pipe making, or I think I mentioned it before, especially the last quarter, the sanding, when I've done all the hard work and the shape is about the way I like it. It's not exactly like I want it, but it's you can see how the pipe will turn out, and then there's a lot of sanding to do, and I really enjoy that. So right before I go to bed, I sit for maybe 45 minutes and work on the pipe. And as I said, I'm just putting them into drawers at the moment. I'll put my pipe down and show you some of the pipes I've made in the last week. Four of them. I started off with this one. I wanted to make a Dublin, and it's got the Dublin shape, but since the stem is bent, I suppose it's Zulu. But since I'm a sucker for Ireland, I think of it as a bent Dublin, and it's oak. And I really think I got the shape good with this one, but unfortunately I really messed up the drilling. I do my drilling not by hand. Well, it's by hand, but not that I'm turning something. I've got the drill, electrical drill in my right hand, and I've got my pipe in the left, and then so it's not really stable, and if it's easy to go wrong, and especially in a hardwood like oak. If I just go a little wrong in the beginning, I'll end up very wrong when I reach the bowl. So I tried making a new one, basically the same as the first one. That's also oak, and yeah, it's okay. I like the white part here of the oak, but I don't know, didn't really turn out like I wanted it. So I tried making a third one, and now in ash, and I tried to stain it, and it didn't come out well at all. The shape is okay, I suppose, but the stain isn't. I have to check out a few videos or something about how to stain the pipes, because I never get the result I want. So that's the third Dublin or third Zulu. And then I made a poker as well, cherry wood. Did I mention that this was ash? The first two ones were oak, and this is cherry. And all four of them aren't smoked, unsmoked. They're just lying in a drawer. And I'm working on a pipe now as well, so in a couple of days time they'll have a company. But routines like that are really important to me, as are the chores I do around the farm, like feeding the sheep and the horses in the evening and in the mornings. Especially, I like going out to them both in the mornings and the evenings, but especially in the evenings when I've fed the horses. I often just stand there and listen to them eating their hay. That sound. I'll see if I've got some footage of one of our horses eating, and I'll stick this in and here, and I hope you can hear the chewing sound, because it's really, really relaxing. It's the most relaxing sound I know. So, and I've got a new chore recently, since we got a dog last Friday. We collected her. She's what we'd call I think, I don't know the proper word in English, but if I translate the Swedish word into English, it's something like a displacement dog. She lived with someone else and it didn't work out. She wasn't beaten or anything, but the people who had her got old and not very mobile, moved into town, and she didn't get the exercise and the stimulation she needed. So hopefully she'll get here. It's a mixed breed, a lot of flat-coated retriever in her, but I think there's a bit of border collie in her as well. She's 6, so she's sort of set in her ways, but we didn't want to get a puppy. It's too hard work for us at the moment to start from scratch with a puppy. So I think this will be fine. Boys love her. And yeah, her name, she was named, or she is named Beauty. And I think that's a silly name, but yeah, the previous owners named her. But I was trying to find a substitute name that sounded a little like Beauty. And I was looking for something with a Irish connection, but I couldn't find one. The Irish names on B are, or at least the girl or women's names, of few and far between. So the boys came up with Betty. That's what we're calling her now, Betty. And hopefully you just saw some footage of her as well. I had something more on my mind today. I'm making a mental agenda when I go out here, but I never seem to be able to remember it when I'm in front of the camera. I'm focusing too much on getting my English right. Yeah, what I'm smoking. One of my homemade pipes, an ash pipe. I've had it for quite a while, and there's a nice cake in it. In it is also now I can't remember the name. Blank. Jackknife knife plug from GLPs. And first, when I opened the tin, I was a bit disappointed because it didn't look like a proper plug. It looked like a crumble cake. To me, a plug is supposed to be really dense, hard. I mean, you should be able to take a plug for a swim, go up from the water, just dry it off and slice off a few flakes from the plug and smoke it. This Jackknife was more like was more of a sponge. If you put that in water, it'll just suck in the water. So just looking at it, I was a bit disappointed. But then I lit up my first pipe. This is only my third bowl, but my first bowl really blew my socks off. It was fantastic. And loads of taste, great sweetness. And I was feeling a lot of nuances. I seldom do that, but it was loads and loads of taste in it. And that rich, heavy taste that I like. And then a few days ago I had a second bowl in a different pipe. And it was nice smoke, but it didn't taste nearly as much as the first time. So this time I'm going back to the same pipe I had for the first bowl to see if that this pipe works better or extremely well with Jackknife. I've only had a few puffs, but it's not as tasty as the first time, but there's a lot more taste in it now that compared to the second bowl I had. So I'll have to experiment a bit with different pipes and see which ones work well with the Jackknife. Yeah, because I really want to get back to that first smoking experience. I remember I smoked it in here. When I came in, I just went straight to the computer and sat down and was on my way uh, ordering more Jackknife. But then fortunately, I calmed down and didn't order anything. So we don't really have the money at the moment to order more tobacco. I just got a shipment in a few weeks ago, and that'll have to do for me until the summer. But it was that good. Yeah, I'll stop here and let you get on with what you're doing. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye.